Have you ever felt like your mind was slowly dimming, like a light that once burned bright, but now flickers in quiet uncertainty? Imagine waking up each day with determination in your heart, only to find your thoughts wrapped in a strange fog, your focus slipping through your fingers, your memory hesitating at the edge of clarity. For many living with chronic kidney disease, this is not imagination. It is a silent reality. We often think of kidney disease as a condition of the body, something measured by laboratory results and blood pressure readings, something confined to numbers and medical charts. Yet what if the true struggle reaches far deeper? What if the very organ that filters your blood also influences the clarity of your thoughts, the sharpness of your decisions, and the strength of your dreams? The connection between kidney health and brain function is profound, and understanding it can transform not only how you manage your health, but how you see your future. When the kidneys are not working efficiently, waste products and toxins begin to accumulate in the bloodstream. These substances are not meant to linger, they are meant to be removed. As they build up, they can quietly interfere with how the brain processes information. Concentration weakens, mental stamina declines. Simple tasks require unexpected effort. This is often described as brain fog, but it is more than a vague sensation. It is a physiological signal that the body is asking for attention. The inspiring truth is that awareness creates power. When you recognize that your mental clarity is connected to your kidney health, you move from confusion to control. You begin to see that managing blood pressure, regulating blood sugar, and following a kidney-conscious lifestyle are not merely routines imposed by doctors, but strategic decisions to protect your mind. Influential voices in nephrology, including Dr. Matthew R. Weir, have consistently emphasized the importance of early detection and proactive management of kidney disease. His perspective reminds us that health is not passive. It is built through informed action and consistent care. When you take responsibility for your kidney health, you are also defending your cognitive strength. You are choosing to preserve your ability to think clearly, to plan boldly, and to live intentionally. Every healthy meal becomes an investment in mental sharpness. Every effort to control blood pressure becomes a shield protecting your brain. Every appointment kept, every medication taken correctly, becomes a declaration that you refuse to let silent processes dictate your destiny. The journey may feel overwhelming at times, especially when fatigue and mental haze try to convince you that progress is impossible. But within that struggle lies a deeper resilience. Your body is interconnected in ways that science continues to uncover, and your awareness of that connection is your advantage. Chronic kidney disease does not have to define the boundaries of your mind. With education, discipline, and support, you can challenge the fog and reclaim clarity. The first step is not dramatic or loud. It is simply the decision to understand what is happening within you. Knowledge becomes courage, and courage becomes action. In that action, you begin to rediscover the brightness of your thoughts and the steadiness of your focus, proving that even in the presence of chronic illness, the human spirit remains capable of remarkable strength and renewal. There comes a moment in every health journey when the surface explanation no longer feels sufficient, when you realize that what appears mild may conceal something far more complex beneath. Brain fog can begin subtly, a misplaced word, a forgotten appointment, a hesitation in the middle of a familiar sentence. At first, it is easy to dismiss. You blame stress, lack of sleep, or the normal rhythm of aging. But what if these moments are signals, quiet whispers from within your bloodstream, revealing that your kidneys are struggling to keep pace with the demands of your body? Suspense builds not in dramatic emergencies, but in the unnoticed accumulation of small changes. As kidney function declines, toxins that should be filtered out begin to circulate longer than they should. These waste products can influence inflammation, alter chemical balances, and subtly disrupt the delicate communication pathways of the brain. The result is not always dramatic confusion. Often, it is a persistent dullness, a weight pressing against mental sharpness. This is where awareness becomes critical, because the danger of brain fog is not only the symptom itself, but the complacency it can create. When mental clarity fades gradually, motivation can fade with it. Goals seem heavier. Discipline feels distant. You may begin to question your own capacity, wondering whether you are losing your edge or your identity. Yet the truth is more empowering than it is frightening. The fog is not a verdict, it is a message. And messages can be interpreted, understood, and addressed. Experts such as Dr. Matthew R. Weir have long underscored that kidney disease management is not solely about preventing dialysis or protecting heart health, but about preserving overall quality of life, including cognitive well-being. That broader vision changes everything. It reframes each healthy habit as an act of mental defense. Controlling blood pressure becomes a way to stabilize the environment in which your brain operates. Managing blood sugar becomes a method of preventing further stress on delicate filtering systems. Choosing a kidney-friendly diet becomes a conscious strategy to reduce toxic buildup before it ever reaches critical levels. In the middle of this journey, however, doubt can arise. You may wonder whether small daily actions truly matter against a chronic condition. You may fear that damage has already been done. This is the turning point, the quiet crossroads where resignation tempts you to surrender. But resilience is born precisely in such moments. The body possesses an extraordinary ability to respond positively to consistent care. While not all damage can be reversed, progression can often be slowed, symptoms can be managed, and clarity can improve when toxins are better controlled. The suspense of uncertainty gives way to the power of commitment. Instead of asking what has been lost, you begin to ask what can still be protected. Instead of focusing on decline, you focus on stability and strength. Each proactive choice becomes a refusal to let hidden processes dictate your future. The fog may still appear at times, but it no longer defines you. You understand its source, and understanding replaces fear with strategy. You are not powerless in this process. You are an active participant in shaping your health trajectory. And when you adopt that mindset, something remarkable happens. Confidence begins to return, not because the journey is easy, but because it is intentional. In that intention lies the quiet power to protect not only your kidneys, but the clarity of thought that fuels your ambitions and sustains your purpose. Clarity is more than the ability to remember a name or complete a task. It is the foundation upon which confidence, ambition, and purpose are built. When your thoughts are sharp, your decisions feel deliberate, and your future seems within reach. That is why protecting your kidney health is not merely about avoiding medical complications, but about preserving the mental strength that shapes your identity. Chronic kidney disease may introduce challenges, yet it does not erase your capacity to respond with discipline and hope. The body operates as an interconnected system, and when you choose to care for one part, you influence the whole. By committing to consistent monitoring, by respecting dietary guidance, by managing blood pressure and blood sugar with seriousness rather than hesitation, you create an internal environment where your brain can function with greater stability. This is not about perfection, it is about persistence. Even small improvements in toxin control can translate into noticeable differences in mental energy. When waste buildup is reduced, the brain often experiences less inflammatory stress, allowing concentration to strengthen and memory to regain reliability. Over time, that renewed clarity fuels motivation, and motivation reinforces healthy habits, forming a cycle of empowerment rather than decline. The philosophy often reflected in the work of Dr. Matthew R. Weir encourages individuals to see kidney care as a proactive mission rather than a reactive response. That mindset transforms routine medical advice into a personal strategy for long-term vitality. You begin to understand that every informed decision is a declaration of self-respect. You are not passively waiting for symptoms to dictate your life. You are actively shaping outcomes through knowledge and action. There may still be days when fatigue lingers or focus wavers, but those moments no longer carry the same fear. Instead of interpreting them as signs of inevitable deterioration, you view them as reminders to reassess, to hydrate properly, to review medications with your healthcare provider, to remit to balanced nutrition. In doing so, you reclaim authority over your narrative. Chronic kidney disease becomes a condition you manage, not a destiny that manages you. The fog that once seemed mysterious now has context, and with context comes strategy. As you continue forward, remember that progress in health is rarely dramatic. It is built through steady, consistent effort. The brain thrives in stability, and stability is cultivated through daily choices. Protecting your kidneys is an investment in your clarity, your resilience, and your future possibilities. Even in the presence of chronic illness, the human spirit retains its remarkable ability to adapt and strengthen. Let this understanding anchor you. Let it remind you that knowledge reduces fear, action builds confidence, and persistence generates results. You are capable of far more than temporary discouragement suggests. With awareness, discipline, and professional guidance, you can preserve both physical function and mental sharpness, allowing your ambitions to remain vivid and your purpose unwavering. If you are benefiting from our topics, please subscribe, like, and turn on the bell notification so you can see our new videos early.